two, one. Grand rising and welcome to Good Morning Experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure to present to some and introduce to others the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment. This is the man that comes to us with the reputation of being a master builder. He's a six-figure ring earner and Gold Legacy member. He's also the first shareholder in Washington, D.C. He's known to this family as the man of courageous conversations. We're talking about Uncle Jock.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Troy. Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. And
Yes,
I'd like
sir.
to give it back to you. Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear. The ball's all yours, sir.
All right, all right, all right. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody to Winning Wednesday here at the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. I am Jock Vaughn, aka Uncle Jock. And like Troy said, we are going to be hearing from some experts from across the country that are going to be dropping some nuggets in the nugget bucket. So if you're able to take some notes, you definitely want to do so. But first, before we get started, y'all know how we like to do. We are in the tip drill version of what we call pass the ball. So I got 3 questions for you all. And also, if you are an attendee, look out for your invite. So we'll be sending you some invites. So we got Kamal, Nicole, Miss K, Jacqueline, and iPhone. Look out for your invite. And Jennifer, look out for your invite so you can be a part of this full-blown experience. So with that being said, come off of mute, ladies and gentlemen. I need to feel your energy. I got 3 questions for y'all. The first one is, team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
Fired up.
Fired up.
Woo,
Fired
and
up.
what's up?
Mighty come.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Go ahead and tell them.
All right. Let me put in my earbud. Make sure I'm can y'all hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call on a lady who I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She is putting herself in position to build a huge business. She's always plugging in. She's leading from the front. She has great, um, should I say, a great wraparound team and coach around her. So without any further ado, Miss Jackie Ballard, what you got going on in your neck of the woods that you can share with us in 2 minutes or less?
All right. All right. Great day, everyone. Every day is a new start. Every day is a fresh beginning. Um, I'm still in the car, guys. I had a team member who is preparing to take her test. Actually, I have 2 team members that are preparing to take their tests. Um, I have a couple that I've been talking with. I made a green sheet appointment with them. for this weekend. So I'm just working it. I'm on the call, y'all. I'm plugged in. I'm absorbing everything that you guys are putting out there, and just working the business. I just want to say how amazing this platform is. Actually, for all of us, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to get up every morning and get this level of training and coaching and just everyone pouring into each other. So I just feel blessed just to be a part of the family, to be growing, to be learning, and building my business. I'm out there, I'm talking to people and encouraging the team members that I do have to plug in more, to get on a call. I think yesterday I had two team members on who plugged in. So just working a business, guys, just learning and growing and stretching every day.
And Jackie, if you can share, what has been some of your big obstacles for you to get, your hurdles that you had to get over, or walls that you had to kick down? Um, because that might be able to help some of the people that are listening, because I know that you have a couple challenges. What kept you in the car?
You know what, Uncle Jack, we all be lifing. It's just, sometimes in life, things just come at you. Um, and then some of it is in our control and some of it is out of our control. For me, moving the distractions out of the way. Every day, we can deal with distractions. We put our business on the side burner and start just focusing on distractions. Some things we need to attend to, and some things we need to walk away from. And that's my biggest challenge is learning to not allow the distractions to affect my business. Putting business before a whole lot of unnecessary things. So as we get involved in a whole lot of unnecessary things, and during times we need to be focusing on our business. So that's my biggest challenge is just eliminating the distractions.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Well, thank you for sharing. And Jackie, who are you passing that ball to?
Oh, to this beautiful lady who's doing it and doing it and doing it, Miss Gaji.
Thank you, Jackie. I had an interview yesterday and I have a new team member. Her name is Brandy Sheffro. I was hoping she'd be on this call, but we'll probably have her on there tomorrow. I plugged her into the blueprint. She is a real estate broker, so this is an easy transition for her.
Great.
Also had a green sheet appointment yesterday, and that's turning into a show for next week. So just keep grinding, y'all.
I told you
I
you're
love it,
doing it,
love
you're
it, love it.
doing it, you're doing it. Congratulations.
Great job, Dodgy. And again, you're somebody who came in, you have um, many years of experience on a different side, but with your skill set, now you are really aligning yourself up, finding your niche. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's about. It's about just going to work, finding out what your niche is, what's going to be your sweet spot. And God, you came in, she said, you know what? I'm gonna try. I want to try a couple things. And she just went out. She started booking these appointments for these shows, these events, and putting yourself in front of people. Like we said, it's the same conversation as if you're having a one-on-one conversation. So she decided to put herself in front of people, put out some indie stuff, and God, you right now, you are in a zone. So keep up the great work. And
Yeah.
who are you passing that ball to?
I'm passing the ball to a lovely lady who always has great things to tell us. And we're friends on Facebook now, so I get to follow her. Oh, Miss Teresa O'Day.
Hey, thank you, Gaji. I'm following you too. Oh my God, congrats on that event. I tell you, our community lives matter with this financial literacy. So I wanted to, good morning, everyone. I wanted
Good morning.
to please help me welcome a new business partner who is on here. She is on the attendee, Miss Jacqueline. Miss Jacqueline, all the way from Texas. Miss Jacqueline, please can you all welcome her? And if you
Right.
can
Welcome,
Welcome.
welcome,
help me to
welcome.
share her
Welcome,
excitement.
Dr.
Welcome.
Jacqueline.
Good morning.
Welcome.
She joined
Welcome.
us
Miss
yesterday.
Jacqueline,
Welcome,
all the
welcome,
way from
welcome.
All
Texas.
right.
Thank
Welcome.
you,
To the
everyone, and good morning.
family.
I'd like to say a special thank you to Dr. T and also to a good friend of mine, Josephine Belinda, who invited me. I am so excited. I met Dr. T yesterday, but I had actually seen her on the first training meeting. However, I'm so excited. This woman is so encouraging. She has a load of wealth of information that I believe I could learn from. So I am so excited and I'm happy to be a part of this business. Thank you.
All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome to the family.
Yes, yes.
And you are with a wonderful, wonderful individual coach and executive director. Dr. Teresa is going to make sure that you are okay. All you got to do is follow her lead. So, Dr. Teresa, who are you passing that ball to? Somebody just raised
Let's
their
see.
hand up.
Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness. This lady, I don't know how she does it, but I'm telling you, she is building for real, a real legacy. Miss Erica, take it away. Love to them babies, especially the newest one. We yet to see. Can't wait.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And it's funny because she made her first meeting debut last week when Corbridge came to town, and she was just looking around like, oh man, this is cool. This is what's up. But that's funny. She's actually a part of my success story for the day. She had like a little cough, cold. I don't know if it's weather change. I don't know what it was, but she wasn't feeling well this last week, and now she's officially good. Her sinuses are all cleared and drained out. So I'm excited, and that on top of that, I was not selected for jury duty, which I'm feeling so two kinds of ways. I'm like, oh man, I'm missing out on the whatever thing is, but I did my duty and I can move back to my business, and that's really really what I'm excited about. I got some cool meetings going on today with a, a few influencers and then a management team that manages a lot of influencers. We're meeting today, and man, me and the algorithm of Instagram, I thought I outsmarted it, and they kind of got me. So now I have two more plans and ways to outsmart it that I'm really looking forward to implement today. So I'm just fired up and wired up. With that, I'm going to pass the ball. I'm going to
So,
take
hold on,
this
Erica.
ball over from Maryland and pass
Erica,
it
can you hear me?
down
Can you hear me?
south. Still
Erica,
East
can you hear me?
Coast, but I'm
Erica,
passing
Erica,
it down south.
I
And
can, but I don't think
it's
she
funny
can.
because I
Erica,
wasn't
Erica, can you
sure
hear me?
uh,
Erica.
which one of these two that I wanted to pass the ball to. It's hilarious.
Eric is very focused.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed you, Uncle Jock.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now
You was all excited. I was like, I'm gonna just let her go. Just
Let her
Okay.
go with the road.
do your thing. Do your thing. Nah, but what I wanted to ask you was, I've been hearing you say you've been talking to influencers here lately, and for the people that are just tuning in, for the folks that may not really understand what you're talking about, what does that process look like when you're talking to influencers? Are you going on certain social media platforms? Is it a TikTok? Is it Instagram? Like, where are you finding these influencers? And then What does that connection look like? How are you making that connection?
Okay, so now I'm pretty much I got a system. I'm going on Instagram right now, and a lot of I'm seeing like in their bios they'll say, "Oh, these are my numbers on TikTok. This is my numbers on YouTube." So it seems like from what I've heard, and I didn't plan this, but it seems like Instagram might be the best way because it's a little bit harder to get a following on Instagram versus the other places, and I'll just slide right
Okay.
into their messages. So they might have less messages on Instagram.
Okay.
It's looking like because this one guy he had like 30,000 followers on Instagram, and I was like, wow. And I looked in his bio, and he had like 200,000 followers on YouTube, and I was like, okay. So I'm glad I can slide in a little bit where you probably have a little bit less traffic, and I'll just go right into their DMs and let them know, and then from there I try to get them on a call with the upline.
Hold on,
And
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You ain't sliding that one past us that quick. So you say you slide into their DMs, and
mm-hmm.
then what does that look like? Like, are you
uh,
asking them a question? Are you telling them who you are? Like, what does that look like?
okay, so the soul motivator, he's yelling at me saying I can't give it up. However, I got a script that I use, and soul motivator cut me off. I'm saying too much. I got a script that I use, and it's copy and paste.
Got you. All right.
All
So,
right.
so, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all picking up what she's putting down. She makes the connection. She looks and see how, what their numbers look like, and then she'll do a cut and paste. This is where you got to get creative and make the connection. But the point I'm making, ladies and gentlemen, is rip a page out of the Art Williams playbook. Art Williams, when he first got started, he still to this day probably has the record for having the biggest life insurance team slash agency on record to date. And what he did was he made sure that he connected with his influencers back then were coaches, were local coaches. Well, now we have an opportunity to do the same thing. He connected with coaches because he knew coaches were able to move people. He knew coaches understood the importance of moving people. He knew coaches had the transferable skill set how to move people. We're in a new day and time. Now we have influencers. Influencers have the same skill set. They know how to move people. All right. So again, hope y'all picking up what we're putting down. This is the second go around where we're talking to influencers. The first time we did it about a year and a half ago. It went over really well. All of you know influencers. All of you know people that know how to move people. All of you have connected or are looking at folks on social media that move people. Make the connection. Reach out. One thing I know is people that make money, they like making more money. Some of these influencers are still trying to find their way. You can show them how they can get paid by leveraging their network of influence. Put themselves in a position, they become an agency owner and move people off of their influence. All right. So with that being said, Erica, who are you passing that ball to?
Oh, and I'll say one more thing. Yesterday was the first time that once I got them on a call with an executive, was the first time this whole time that someone's actually said no.
Hmm. So
But
with
that
all the other, you saying with all the other connections that you made, outside of yesterday was the only time you got told no. Ladies and
yep,
gentlemen,
like
I
they're
hope y'all
already entrepreneur mindset.
hope y'all picking that up. Who you passing that ball to, Lisa?
I want to pass it over to. I still don't know which one. It's a power couple down south. All right, they're part of the Profit Playmakers, and it's hilarious because I knew them as a husband and wife couple at the start of March Madness, and maybe 2 3 weeks, maybe a week or two ago, I was they went through inside the studio, and I was realizing, I was like, okay, so that's Mo Money Mo, and that's Dr. Mark. I didn't realize that they were the Pinkies. So, I'm gonna pass the ball over to Miss Mo Money Mo. I'd love to hear what you got going on with your insurance business.
Thank you so much, Erica. Girl, you got it going on. I'm taking notes and everything that you're doing, and I'm so happy for everything that's going on with your business. Um, this morning, I want to just share that I had an appointment yesterday. Well, this week was the first time that I actually got leads off of social media. So I know that has to do with inside the studio. Just follow the plays. I had a coach that coached my daughter in basketball for about 4 or 5 years. She reached out to me, young girl, on TikTok, and we met yesterday. And right before we got on the call, she said, "On Monday, I'm signing up." So I was fired up about that. She's 30 years old. She's a salesperson, so she knows how to do this. And also, I wanted to share that my husband is going to be the one that blows this business up because he knows a lot of high level people, and he has a background in sales, and he can talk them down. So just look out for my husband because he's doing it. And so I'm proud of that. So fired up.
I love it. And what time is it? Well, we got time for a couple more. Who are you passing that ball to, Mo Money Mo?
I see her. I see her. And this lady, I got a chance to talk to her yesterday. So I'm fired up about her too and what she's doing in her business. She is, her name says it all. She's real. People love her. And I know that she's blowing her business up too. And it's Jen Unfiltered.
Thank you, Mo. And sorry, guys. No camera today. I was kind of up at 2 o'clock this morning, wrote a blog post for my women's support page, and then passed back out at about 4 or so. Needless to say, I woke up late. I'm not even remotely alive yet this morning. I'm still trying to get the coffee brewed, so I apologize. But with all of this stuff that we have been doing lately online, I put up a post yesterday about the 3 myths of insurance. You know, the too expensive, I can't see, again, I can't even think straight this morning, but I put up a post about the 3 myths of insurance. And at 3:30 this morning, while I was going back through my Facebook page, I found somebody who actually commented on my post and was like, I really need to get insurance. So I said, so let's connect. Like I wrote him back at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock this morning. I'm like, so let's connect and talk about it. And then I fell asleep finally. I got up, and right before I came onto the call this morning, I went back and checked it. And he's like, well, how much is insurance? So I did 2 things. I took the somewhat of an easy way with it and posted my QR code for Ethos, because if he doesn't want to seriously talk to a salesy person, that gives him the ability to go get the quote for himself. And then I gave him my Calendly. So I'm like, you can do this 2 ways. You can either get a quick quote for yourself, or we could sit down and actually talk about the different types of insurance, because I am a solution specialist. So that's kind of my good news for the morning, because I didn't expect it. It kind of generated in the middle of the night. And yeah, guys, don't give up. Like, respond to every comment you get on one of your posts, because you never know what it's going to turn into. So that's my good news while I'm still trying to pull my life together over here.
So Jen, let's talk about that. You said respond. I know you respond to as much as you can when you can. But what's that look like when people are liking your posts? Are you responding to the folks that like your post? Are you responding to just the people that comment? What does that look like in Jen's world?
So because of the fact that I tend to cross post, like while the meeting was starting this morning, I just threw up a post about annuities this morning on 20 different areas, 3 different platforms, but different groups, different pages, things like that. If somebody comments, even if it's with, you know, an avatar, like being 100%, I will go in and say, thank you, even because they took the time to respond. So much as liking them, that's not always as easy to do. It depends if you're already connected with the person. LinkedIn is a little bit different with it. You can actually get into some of those a little more, but anybody who leaves any comment, even if they're agreeing with me, I will turn around and say thank you, and I will try to further that conversation a little bit more. Whether it turns into something is different, but it's just the fact of the activity. Plus, the more activity on your post, the more it kicks up in the algorithm, the more times it gets seen, the more time it keeps coming back up. So I leverage that. There's been posts that I could put up that maybe only had 15 views when I put it up on Monday, but by Thursday, I go back and look at the analytics again, and like 48,000 people have seen the post. I've had people share my posts. So that's just giving me more coverage. It's giving me more exposure if somebody actually shares my post. So I always comment on everything.
Love it. Hope y'all picking up what Jen Unfiltered is putting down. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to transition. I am going to get out of the way and give it up to none other than the index voice of inspiration, none other than Mr. Troy Gandy.